Welcome to Road Ready Recaps. Are you looking for a concise and full overview of Virginia Driver's Manual? You are at the right place. Let's begin. Section 1. Testing. Before Virginia hands you the keys, you must prove you know the rules, can control the car, and see the road clearly. Here's what to expect from the knowledge exam, road test, and vision screening so you can walk in prepared and walk out licensed. 2-part knowledge exam. Part 1. 10 traffic sign questions. All must be answered correctly to continue. Part 2. 30 general knowledge questions. Need at least 80% to pass. Audio versions and many languages, including ASL, are available. No outside translators for offered languages. You may take the exam once per DMV business day. Under 1-8 applicants must wait 15 days after failure. Fail 3 times and you must complete an 8-hour driver's manual course before retesting. Road skills test. Required unless you hold a valid license from another U.S. state, Canada, Germany, France, the Republic of Korea, or Taiwan. Bring a safe, inspected, and registered vehicle that matches the license class you seek. If you're 18 plus, hold a learner's permit 60 days or finish an approved behind-the-wheel course before testing. Applicants under 18 take the test through driver education. After 3 failures, an in-vehicle course is required. A licensed driver must accompany you to the test site. Vision screening. Simple in-office check ensures you can see well enough to drive, not a full medical exam. You may wear glasses or contacts. If required to pass, your license will show a C restriction. If you fail, DMV will give you a form for an eye care professional who must verify corrective action before licensing. Vision standards. Unrestricted license, 20/40ths vision in one or both eyes, and at least 110 degrees combined horizontal field of vision. Daylight-only license, 20/70ths vision and at least 70 degrees horizontal field, 30 degrees nasal/40 degrees temporal if vision in one eye. Daylight-only restriction limits driving to 30 minutes after sunrise until 30 minutes before sunset. Section 1 Summary. Ace the 2-part exam, demonstrate solid driving skills, and meet the vision standard, then you're ready for the learner's or driver's license. Next, signals, signs, and pavement markings, the visual language that guides every mile in Virginia. Section 2. Signals, signs, and pavement markings. This section explains traffic signals, roadway signs, and road surface markings. Understanding these helps drivers navigate safely and legally on Virginia roads. Traffic signals. Red means stop fully before the line, crosswalk, or intersection. Right on red is allowed after a complete stop unless a sign prohibits it. Flashing red requires a complete stop. Flashing yellow means proceed with caution. Green means go if the way is clear. Yield to pedestrians when turning. Red arrows prohibit movement in the arrow's direction until they turn off. Lane use and pedestrian signals. Red X means never drive in that lane. Green arrow means you may. Pedestrian hybrid beacons flash yellow, then solid red to stop traffic for crossing. Yield to pedestrians at crosswalks and follow overhead flashing signals closely. Flashing red arrows act like stop signs when turning in that direction. Sign colors and shapes. Red and white indicate stop, yield, or prohibition. Black and white are regulatory. Yellow and yellow-green are for general and pedestrian warnings. Green, blue, and brown provide directions, services, and points of interest. Orange and pink highlight construction and incident areas. Shapes include octagon for stop, triangle for yield, diamond for warnings. Regulatory signs. These signs show laws like speed limits, no U-turns, and lane use. Do not enter and wrong way signs warn of oncoming traffic dangers. Disabled parking and HOV lane restrictions are clearly marked. Obey all posted instructions or face fines and penalties. Warning signs. Yellow diamonds alert to conditions like curves, intersections, and hills. Signs show merging lanes, pedestrian crossings, and no passing zones. Animals, tractors, or sharp turns may appear on rural road signs. Look for low clearance, slippery roads, and traffic signal ahead warnings. Work zones and railroad crossings. Orange signs and cones mark work areas, follow directions, and reduce speed. Fines increase in work zones for speeding and phone use violations. At rail crossings, stop for flashing lights or gates. Never drive around lowered gates. Look for crossbuck signs, pavement markings, and be ready to stop at any time. Pavement markings. Yellow lines separate opposite flows. White lines mark same direction lanes. Broken lines allow passing. Solid lines prohibit it unless turning safely. Dotted white lines guide turns or lane merges at intersections and exits. Arrows, stop lines, and crosswalks guide movement and enforce rules. Lanes, bicycles, and special markings. Sharrows and bike lanes mark where cyclists ride, yield to bicycles. HOV and bus-only lanes use diamonds or colored pavement to restrict use. Double white lines separate restricted lanes. Do not cross unless allowed. Yield lines show where to stop when required by signs or roundabouts. Painted curbs and toll markings. White curb equals passenger drop-off, yellow equals loading only, red equals no stopping. Easy pass lanes are for transponder users. Do not stop in high-speed lanes. Use the correct toll lane based on payment method. Never back up or stop unexpectedly. Section 2 Summary. Traffic signs, signals, and markings ensure safe, predictable vehicle movement. Next, we'll cover safe driving practices including hand position and right-of-way. Section 3. Safe driving. This chapter provides key practices for safe, responsible, and legal driving on Virginia roads. You'll learn critical defensive driving skills and how to handle common traffic scenarios safely. Hand position and speed limits. Hold the wheel at the 8 o'clock and 4 o'clock positions using your fingers and thumbs. Avoid gripping the steering wheel with your palms for better control. Speed limits indicate the legal maximum speed under ideal conditions. You must drive slower in school zones, work zones, or poor weather conditions. Driving 20 plus mph over the limit or over 85 miles per hour can result in reckless driving charges. Stopping and yielding. Always stop at red lights, stop signs, and when signaled by police or flaggers. You must stop when entering a street from a driveway or alley, or at railroad crossings with signals. Yield the right-of-way when merging at uncontrolled intersections and to pedestrians in crosswalks. Vehicles must yield to funeral processions and military convoys. Failure to yield may result in fines and increased crash risk. Roundabouts and lane changes. At roundabouts, yield to pedestrians and traffic already circulating in the roundabout. Enter roundabouts counterclockwise and use turn signals to indicate exits. Before changing lanes, signal, check mirrors, and quickly glance over your shoulder. Maintain your lane until the lane change is completed safely. Passing and overcorrecting. Only pass when the way is clear and it's legal to do so. Never exceed the speed limit to pass. Pass bicycles and mopeds with at least 3 feet of clearance. Never pass at intersections, hills, curves, or railroad crossings. Overcorrecting or turning too sharply may cause the rear wheels to slide and result in a crash. Turning, U-turns, and turn signals. Use your signal at least 100 feet or 3 to 4 seconds before turning. Right turns should begin from the rightmost lane into the closest lane. Left turns should start and end in the leftmost lane unless marked otherwise. U-turns are illegal in many places. Only perform them when no signs prohibit them and it's safe. Yielding the right-of-way. Yielding means letting others go first when there's potential conflict or risk. Yield to pedestrians in crosswalks, emergency vehicles, and traffic already in roundabouts. Always yield when entering a road from a driveway or a private lane. Changing lanes. Always signal and check mirrors and blind spots before changing lanes. Do not change lanes in intersections or near curves where visibility is limited. Be cautious of others changing lanes and avoid abrupt moves. Maintaining a space cushion. A space cushion provides reaction time to avoid hazards. Stay centered in your lane and keep space ahead, behind, and beside your vehicle. Adjust the cushion based on speed, traffic, and weather conditions. Following distance. Use the 2, 3, or 4 second rule depending on your speed to maintain safe distance. Increase following distance in poor weather or when behind larger vehicles. Tailgating increases the risk of rear-end collisions. Searching. Toll markings. Keep your eyes moving and scan the road 20 to 30 seconds ahead. Look side to side for pedestrians, cyclists, and traffic signs. Use mirrors to track traffic behind you every 10 seconds. Blind spots. Blind spots are areas you can't see using mirrors alone. Always check over your shoulder before changing lanes or merging. Avoid driving in others' blind spots to reduce crash risk. Sharing the road. Respect all road users including cyclists, pedestrians, and motorcyclists. Adjust your driving to ensure their safety, especially in urban or residential areas. Slow down near schools, parks, and crosswalks. Pedestrians, bicycles, mopeds. Always yield to pedestrians in crosswalks and never overtake stopped vehicles at crosswalks. Maintain at least 3 feet clearance when passing bicycles or mopeds. Mopeds may not exceed 35 miles per hour and must follow all road laws. Motorcycles, light rail, low-speed vehicles. Motorcycles may use full lanes and can be hard to see. Check twice before turning. Light rail vehicles intersect roads, obey signs, and never stop on tracks. Low-speed vehicles may only be driven on roads with speed limits of 35 miles per hour or less. Trucks, RVs, and trailers. Avoid driving in the large blind spots, no zones, around large vehicles. Give extra space for turning and stopping when behind trucks or RVs. Light trailers increase stopping distances and require additional caution while backing or merging. Backing and parking. Turn your body and look out the rear window while backing up. When parking uphill or downhill, turn wheels appropriately and use the parking brake. Do not park in bike lanes, crosswalks, within 15 feet of fire hydrants, or in front of driveways. Visibility and lights. Use headlights from sunset to sunrise and during poor weather or visibility under 500 feet. Use low beams in fog, rain, or snow to avoid glare. Check all lights regularly to ensure safe operation. Hazardous conditions: night, fog, rain, snow. At night, use headlights and look to the right edge of the road when faced with bright lights. In fog, use low beams and road edge markings as guides. Rain and snow reduce traction. Slow down and brake gently to avoid skids. Dangerous driving behaviors. Aggressive, distracted, drowsy, or impaired driving significantly increases crash risk. Avoid tailgating, weaving, or using a mobile device while driving. Get enough sleep and plan for a sober ride if consuming alcohol. Traffic crashes, animal hazards, traffic stops. If in a crash, stop, aid the injured, and report the incident. Watch for deer at dawn and dusk, brake rather than swerve if collision is unavoidable. In a traffic stop, remain calm, stay in your vehicle, and follow officer instructions. Section 3 Summary. Safe driving means anticipating risks, following laws, and using proper judgment. Mastering these fundamentals is essential to protect yourself and others on Virginia's roads. Section 4. Seatbelts, airbags, and child safety seats. This chapter explains the importance and correct use of seatbelts, airbags, and child safety restraints. Learn how to secure passengers of all ages and minimize injuries during collisions. Seatbelts. Virginia law requires seatbelts for all drivers and front seat passengers. Children under 18 must be properly secured in any seat location. Lap belts should lie snugly across the thighs. Shoulder belts should lie across the chest and shoulder. Pregnant women should wear seat belts low on the pelvis for safety. Waivers may be granted by a physician if medically necessary, with documentation. Airbags. Airbags cushion the head, neck, and chest during frontal crashes. Always wear a seat belt even if your vehicle has airbags. Sit at least 10 inches away from the steering wheel to avoid airbag injury. Tilt the wheel downward to aim the airbag at your chest. Children age 12 and under should ride buckled up in the back seat for maximum protection. Child safety seats and increased crash risk. Children under age 8 must be secured in a proper child safety seat or booster. Rear-facing seats are recommended until at least age 2 or per manufacturer guidance. Forward-facing seats with harnesses should be used until a child fits seat belts properly. Never place a rear-facing seat in front of an active airbag. Booster use ends when the seat belt fits snugly across thighs and chest without slouching. Child safety tips. Install child safety seats in the center of the back seat if possible. Never hold a child on your lap while driving. Ensure children don't play with door locks and handles. Use child safety locks. Never transport children in cargo areas or with an open hatchback. It's illegal to carry children under 16 in the bed of a pickup truck, even with a shell. Violations and waivers. Violations of child restraint laws carry fines of $50 to $500, depending on offense count. Waivers for child restraints may be granted by a physician for weight, fitness, or medical reasons. Documentation must be carried identifying the child and the medical reason for the waiver. Drivers are responsible for ensuring proper use of restraints for all passengers under 18. Section 4 Summary. Using seat belts and proper child restraints significantly reduces crash injuries and fatalities. Next, we'll look at driving penalties and how offenses affect your driving privileges in Virginia. Section 5. Penalties. This section explains the legal consequences of traffic violations in Virginia. Understand how infractions can lead to license suspension, revocation, and additional penalties. Suspension and revocation. A suspension temporarily withdraws your driving privilege. A revocation terminates it. You must reinstate your license by paying fees and potentially retaking tests. Legal presence proof is required for reinstatement if your license has expired for over a year. Multiple DUI convictions result in consecutive suspension periods and severe penalties. Conviction-related offenses. DUI, hit and run, reckless driving, and eluding police may result in license revocation. Making false statements to DMV or driving without a valid license also leads to penalties. Driving without a license after a conviction results in vehicle impoundment. Refusing a breath test leads to administrative license suspension. DMV monitoring programs. The Driver Improvement Program tracks demerit points and requires courses when thresholds are met. Juveniles face escalating penalties for multiple convictions, including license suspension and revocation. The Medical Review Program ensures drivers with impairments can drive safely. The Insurance Monitoring Program suspends driving privileges for uninsured vehicles. Alcohol and child support penalties. Refusing a breath test results in immediate license suspension, 7 to 60+ days. Transporting a minor while under the influence adds mandatory jail time and fines. DMV may suspend licenses for failure to pay child support or comply with court orders. Administrative license suspension applies at the time of DUI arrest even before conviction. Alcohol violations under age 21. Drivers under 21 face a 1-year suspension for a BAC of 0.02% to 0.08%. Penalties include fines of $500 or 50 hours of community service. Providing alcohol to underage persons may result in jail time, fines, and license suspension. Using a fake ID to purchase alcohol results in legal penalties and suspension. Vehicle impoundment and restitution. Driving without a license or under suspension can lead to immediate 30+ day vehicle impoundment. Restitution up to $1,000 may be charged for emergency response costs due to DUI-related crashes. Court may extend impoundment periods for repeat or serious offenses. Section 5 Summary. Driving is a privilege that can be lost through traffic violations or unsafe behavior. Next, learn about the types of driver licenses available and how to qualify for each in Virginia. Section 6. License types. This section outlines the different types of driver's licenses and permits in Virginia. Each license type has specific privileges and requirements you must meet. Learner's permit. Allows operation of a vehicle with a licensed driver age 21+ in the front seat. Permitted with a licensed sibling or guardian age 18+ if under 21. Applicants age 19 or older must hold the permit for 60 days or complete driver education. Permit misuse or violations can result in fines and disqualification from testing. Driver's license and turn signals. Allows you to operate vehicles under 26,001 pounds not requiring a CDL. Applicants must pass knowledge, vision, and road skills tests unless exempt. Carrying a valid license while driving is legally required in Virginia. Commercial driver's license. Required for operating large trucks, buses, tank vehicles, and vehicles carrying hazardous materials. Classifications include passenger and school bus endorsements depending on vehicle type. CDLs are subject to stricter testing and medical certification requirements. School bus driver's license. For operating a school bus designed to carry 15 occupants or fewer. Requires passing both commercial driver and school bus tests. Printed license restriction applies to vehicles with 15 or fewer passengers. Motorcycle permits and licenses. Motorcycle learner's permits allow practice with restrictions in place. Motorcycle driver's licenses permit full operation after required training or testing. Consult the Virginia Motorcycle Operator Manual for detailed procedures. International driver's license. Not a valid driving license, only a translation of an existing license for travel outside the U.S. Foreign visitors may use a valid license from their home country with a translated copy. Private business issued, international licenses are not valid and may be illegal. Section 6 Summary. Virginia offers several license types depending on the vehicle and purpose of driving. Next, you'll learn other important requirements like address changes and insurance rules. Section 7. Other important information. This section includes key procedures and legal responsibilities for Virginia drivers. Topics include registration, inspections, insurance, voting, and organ donation. Receiving your license and address changes. Driver's licenses are mailed. They are not issued at customer service centers. You must notify DMV of your new address within 30 days of moving. The Postal Service will not forward a license. Returned licenses must be reissued. New to Virginia and vehicle rules. New Virginia residents must obtain a driver's license within 60 days. Vehicle registration, title, and Virginia license plates must be obtained within 30 days. Registration decals show the expiration month and year and must be properly displayed. Safety and tire inspections. Section to operate on public roads. Vehicles must pass an annual safety inspection to operate on public roads. Some localities require emissions inspections in addition to the state inspection. Check tire tread monthly using the penny test to ensure proper grip and safety. Maintain tire pressure based on vehicle manual or door jamb specifications. Insurance requirements. You must maintain liability insurance or pay a $500 uninsured motor vehicle fee to register. Minimum coverage, effective after January 1st, 2022 $30,000 injury/death, 1 person, $60,000, 2 plus, $20,000 property damage. Insurance is required for all Virginia-registered vehicles, even if not in use. Driving without insurance may result in license suspension and reinstatement fees. Voter registration and organ donation. You can register to vote or update your voter info at any DMV office. Eligibility: U.S. citizen, Virginia resident, age 18 plus by the next general election. Organ donation registration can be completed at DMV or online at Donate Life Virginia. Your decision is honored at age 18 plus. Those under 18 should inform their parents or guardians. Section 7 Summary. Virginia drivers must stay informed and responsible regarding license updates, registration, and safety. Next, test your knowledge with sample exam questions to prepare for the licensing process.